Hey everyone, today's daily tangle is Leaf Explosion by Samantha Mitterer. I've already done this one as a beginning tangle on one of my beginner lessons. So I'm still going to do it, but I'm going to mix it up with some other tangle somehow because I've already done this one. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make myself a string this time. I don't always do that, but I'm going to go ahead and make a string that's maybe a loop with a bit through it, something like that. And then I'm going to put try to decide which tangle I want to put in there with Leaf Explosion. I think I'm going to put some kind of a flowerish tangle in there. Let me go through the ones that we've done before and see something that oh, that would be interesting together. Oh yeah, okay, those would be interesting together. I'm going to do Gyrate and Leaf Explosion together. So we're going to see what happens when I do that. I'm going to start with a little bit of Leaf Explosion in I'm going to put a Gyrate right here. Do I want the leaves on top or on the bottom? I want both. Of course, I'm going to make it complicated because that's what I do. Remember, that's what I do. We're going to start with a leafy shape. Make sure you put your little stems in there. And then they just kind of grow outward. Like so. I actually needed to make them a little more round at this end, but that's okay, I can fill that in. Make my leaves a little more roundy. I am still in frame, right? There we go, that's better. Yeah, that's better, okay. Then I am going to do a Gyrate, which needs two circles. A circle and a circle. Okay. It's going to go from there to there. Right? Something like that. Actually, that's not out far enough. It needs to be more out here. So we'll just do like that and fill it in. Just fill that in. Like that. And then I want another a gyrate right here. I think I want it here. So I drew my string and then I completely ignored it, which is not unusual for me. I think I'm going to do secondary ring on that one. Something like that. And then more leaf explosions. We're just going to explode all over the place here. So basically, leaf explosion is just leaf shapes coming out all from one direction and just expanding as you go. They kind of have no rhyme or reason to them. They just go out in all directions. And they can be various shapes as long as they're all exploding outward. 2 feels unbalanced. It needs 3. It always needs 3. 2 is just somehow unbalanced. Yep, 2 is just somehow unbalanced. And then I think this one's going to come out from, they're going to explode from right here, starting right there. They're all just sort of a teardrop shape. As soon as you put that kind of a vein-like thing there at the bottom, then you automatically think leaf. Until then, it could be drops of water or splashes of some sort. And my leaves are just exploding everywhere. Need to come out from this side as well, I think. Just a bunch of leaves going all sorts of directions. And just keep adding them until they feel like they're done. I'm going to come out from here. Okay, a little overlap, a little like that, and then just do some filling in if you'd like to kind of give those middle parts of the explosion kind of grounding. You don't have to, but it kind of helps to connect those leaves to each other. I like it like that. It doesn't have to be filled in really thick or dark, you know, well defined. Matter of fact, some of this sort of loosey-goosey coloring in makes it interesting. It doesn't have to be all of it, just enough to ground each one of those leaves to the next one. Just like that. Nothing fancy, doesn't take a lot of time. Leaf explosion's fun, and it's a good filler tangle to fill in and around and behind other items. Alright, let's see. Where do I feel like it needs a little more something something here? These are not grounded. Like that. Okay. Okay, something like that. And then I'll just give it a little bit of shading. I don't know where I'm going to sign it. I'll sign it over here. And it's leaf explosion with gyrate. A little bit of two different tangles there. I like to shade the leaves just half of the leaf. Gives it some dimension. Doesn't take long. Give it a little. Make sure if you overlap something to go ahead and shade the whole overlap. Leaves go half. Shade the whole overlap. And then shade this where it's overlapping. And shade this side of this one. And I think the middle of that one. And the dark part of that one. All right. A little bit of blending with the blending stump. Guacamole. My phone keeps going off. Apparently I'm very popular today. I don't want to be popular today. If I wasn't using my phone as a way to get onto the pattern site to see the patterns, wouldn't have it nearby, but since I'm using it as an internet connection, all right, let's see, where else needs that one? Did I miss any? No, that looks pretty good. Oops, yeah, I missed it right there. Okay, a little bit of gyrate, some leaf explosion, and I think that's interesting. I like it. Here's my sample I did for leaf explosion on my beginner pattern page, and here's my one I did for gyrate previously.